be waiting on tables. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Phil Leung!
You had to choose the most white trash music of all time to introduce an Asian guy. Like, completely inappropriate. And your steak and eggs smell fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, No, I'm not sorry. I'm a huge advocate for public transportation, which is why it saddens me every time I get onto a streetcar and I see a sign that says, every day, at least one TDC employee is assaulted on the job. We can do better than that, people. Just one? We need to assault the shit out of every fucking TDC employee there is. Thank you. It's like the worst public transportation system in the world. Where in the world do you have to pay $3 and risk your life crossing the street in order to get into a streetcar? And the netherworld? You guys know the netherworld? Which is that like accordion-like space in a double streetcar where you're not exactly in the first streetcar and you're not exactly in the second streetcar and you can't sit because there are no fucking chairs and you can't stand because you're fucking moving all the time. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the streetcars, they only go straight. Okay, so imagine your first day on the job as a streetcar operator. By the way, this is my best like white man impression. Hey, congratulations! You got a job as a streetcar operator! Yay. All right, here's your badge. Here are your orientation papers. And here's a giant metal stick. What's the stick for? Oh, it's so that you can turn the streetcar left and right. Don't we have like a steering wheel? Nope. Do we have like a joystick or maybe like a remote? Nope. If you want to turn a streetcar, all you gotta do is stop the streetcar, and I'm serious. Get out of the vehicle, walk towards oncoming traffic, and physically change the lanes. That's ridiculous. Clearly, I'm gonna get assaulted for this. That's what the stick is for! My roommate recently came out. I don't know if he's here, which is great. At least a round of applause for my roommate. I know, it's a tough choice to make. After 30 years, okay, of being gay, he finally decided to come out and tell only me. So guys, and I'm serious, please keep it a secret. Thank God there's not a lot of people here. Because his parents are Muslim, and he might be stoned to death. Or worse, forced to marry a woman. Recently we were watching American Idol, and we were flipping through, we were watching American Idol, and he picks up the remote, okay, mid-commercial break, there's nothing to do, he switches to a game of hockey. And I look at him and I was like, dude, it's okay. And he looks at me, he's like, what are you talking about? I said, I understand. You don't have to pretend anymore. He was like, and I was like, I accept you for who you are. You don't have to pretend that you're straight by watching, male things like sports. And he was like, no, you listen. Just because I'm gay doesn't mean I can't like the same things you like. I love sports too. We're no different. And that really hit me hard, and I thought about it for a minute, and I realized, gross. I'm never gonna fucking watch hockey ever again. I don't know why anti-gay jokes work, by the way, that's really weird. I was recently in New York, and true story, hailed a cab, and the moment I got into a cab, the cab driver looks me up and down and says, where do you want to go, Mr. Lin? I go, excuse me? He's like, yeah, you know, Jeremy Lin, the Asian basketball star. And I was like, dude, you can't just go around calling, you know, whatever race, whatever name that pops into the top of your head. You know, you don't go around New York City and calling every black guy, yo, what up, Bobby Brown? Or I don't go up to every white girl in New York City and be like, what up, Bobby Brown? Unless her name is Bobby Brown, then that would be awkward. No, you would call them, in my case, by their real names. And in my case, it's Philip, which is a made-up Italian name when I moved into the country. Oh, and so he had the audacity to say, yeah, but wouldn't you be rather called Jeremy Lin? You know, wouldn't it be better to be called Jeremy Lin? And I thought, I guess he's got a point. You know, I guess it is better to be known for as a mediocre basketball player than, say, to be good at math, or to have invented gunpowder, or to have a giant penis. You know? Those are all true. And in fact, as of today, I'm going to get so good at a sport that when other Asians get into the cab, they're going to be called by my name. I'm going somewhere with this. So what's a good, predominantly white sport that I could get good at? And I need suggestions as of today. Badminton. No, whoa, wait a minute. There's a lot of Asians playing badminton. What's a good curling? Lacrosse. Oh, wait, I got it. Slavery. All right, that's it for me. Thanks a lot, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, put it together for Mr. Phil Leung.